bingo, K-Newbie bingo. So what I did is I asked ChatGPT to give me 20 experiences that most people do when they first move to Korea. Like, it brought back childhood memories. Yeah.
So yeah, it's actually one of the things that you definitely should do if you come to Korea. It's you feel like you're truly Korean if you do it. So it's fun. Welcome, beautiful people, to the Lost and Local podcast. We're Adam
And Hannah.
Two Korean citizens who grew up abroad and are now figuring out life in Korea.
Join us as we share stories and our honest perspective on what it means to be lost and local.
Awesome. So this is episode 5, Hannah.
Wow.
We are looking forward to having another guest next week.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Hannah and I are going to go back to old school with just the two original OGs of the podcast. So we're going to play a little game today. So Hannah, why don't you explain to our listeners what we're going to do today?
Yeah. So today we're going to play bingo, K-Newbie bingo. So what I did is I asked ChatGPT to give me 20 experiences that most people do when they first move to Korea. And then we made 2 separate boards and we're going to go back and forth and try to see who has what experience, who makes 2 lines first. And then they win. They win the K-Newbie bingo.
Nice. Hopefully your boy can remember things in his life. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's so cool. K-Newbie bingo, thanks to ChatGPT. Not sponsored, sadly. But maybe Sam Altman will get wind of us. All right. Do you want to see who gets to go first?
Yes, let's 가위바위보.
All right.
가위바. Oh no, we have a different tune to it, huh?
Okay.
Why don't you do it?
All right. 가위바위보.
Okay,
man.
I won.
Okay, Hannah, start us out.
Hannah's gonna go first. I'm gonna do pictures at a photo booth. 인생 내 컷. That's my first one.
Okay, so how are we going to do this? Are you going to share if you had an experience?
Yeah, I'll share my experience. So I actually grew up taking photos in like those photo booths, like even when I was a kid. And the lighting used to be so bright that you don't have a nose at the end because it's just
bad quality.
Yeah, but it like pales you out, and then you could like write little messages on the side. And then like around high school, it kind of wasn't trending anymore and nobody did that. They bought their own, phones started having cameras on it, so people stopped doing that.
And they had those apps like on the original Apple where you could kind of
put like stickers on it. Yeah. And it went out of trend. And then around like 2 years ago when I visited Korea after like a long stunt, people were like, oh, we have to go do 인생 내 컷. And I was like, what is 인생 내 컷? Because it literally translates to 4 scenes of life. Like that's what it translates to. And I'm like, what is this grand thing? Like 4 cuts of life. And it was just a photo booth. Like it was repackaged into something new, quote unquote. But for me, it was like it brought back childhood memories. Yeah.
Cool.
What about you, Adam?
Oh, are you going to share your actual experience or?
Oh, wait, that's.
Oh, so you went back 2 years ago. So
to do 인생 내 컷. And now most friends, the course, like the hangout course is like you eat a meal, then you go to a cafe, and then you go do 인생 내 컷 before you go home.
That's so funny because that's exactly what I did this past weekend. Yeah. And actually, we've been having a couple of guests from the States and they've been visiting. And I guess my wife is up to date to these type of things because I had no idea this was a thing. We went out to eat, we went to a cafe, and then my wife was like, let's go to a photo booth. But unlike maybe back in the days where it was actually like a booth, they actually have like storefronts now.
Yeah.
So you go inside the store and then they have a bunch of different like props you can put on, like different caps and different like wigs, decorations and clothes and stuff. And then they have different like booths that have all the pictures. And then they also, what we didn't realize is they video record you.
Yeah.
And then not only do you get like the physical pictures, but then they'll send you a JPEG and they'll send you a video of everything.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Maybe I'll throw up a couple of pictures of my experience.
Oh,
on
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But you all should be able to see our K-Newbie bingo thing. But yeah, it's and it's really actually affordable. So I think with we had like 6 of us, including a baby, and it was only like 9,000 won, 8,000 won.
Yeah.
And it's really good quality now, and that was really fun actually. I had no idea it was going to be that fun, but I think it was pretty 재밌어. Yeah.
Nice.
So I guess we both got that experience.
Yeah.
So I guess we're both going to mark down
1 for 1.
Wow. Okay. So whose turn is it? Is it my
Your turn.
Okay. Okay. 청계탕. Okay. 청계탕. How do you pronounce it?
삼계탕?
No. See, Hannah wrote this in English, but I actually can pronounce Korean better when I actually read it in Korean characters.
Oh.
But the Chongge on night stroll? Chongchon. Is that right?
Oh, Chongchon.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny because I can actually pronounce Korean words a lot better if I actually read the Korean.
I see.
But Chongchon on night stroll.
Chongchon.
Yeah, so this is one of the, if these are like some of the top 20 things to do, this is definitely a thing that you want to do. We've done it a few times. Most recently, we did it during the Christmas lights.
Oh.
So you go down, and it's pretty near the city center. And so you'll go down into the stream, and they have lanes, paths on both sides.
Yeah.
And then it'll take you all the way up to the Christmas tree, and they have like all these different scenes of Christmas things and all these lights. It's really beautiful. It's really fun because I actually took I think I had a YouTube video of that. Might have to throw that up on the screen if I can find it. But yeah, it's actually really something you should do when you go to Korea. It is really a nice experience.
Yeah.
How about you?
I also walked the Chongchon multiple times.
Oh no.
So
I wanted to pick something that you
that
didn't
I haven't
do.
done. Yeah. It was not this one. But what's really cool about Chongchon is it's near my maternal grandma's house.
Oh.
So I like during the summer breaks, I would just like walk it all the time because I'm bored.
Oh, wow.
But I remember I was walking it with my mom once in high school or college, I forget. But when I was younger, and she was telling me about how in her memory it used to just be like sewage, like it wasn't nice. There was no water. It was like sewage and pretty much just like I don't know. Nobody wanted to hang out there, right? Because it wasn't really developed. And she hadn't seen it in years because she hadn't lived in Korea. And so she came back and she was so shocked that was where she used to like hang out or like pass by as a young girl going to school. So that was like a moment where I realized, oh, Korea's development is pretty recent. Like even in my mom's generation, there are things that happened. But for me, it's like Korea has always been this developed. Korea has always been this clean.
True.
So that was like a wake up moment for me.
Yeah, actually, and maybe you all could correct me in the comments, or maybe Hannah can correct me. But if I understand correctly, back in the 80s, they had a bunch of like freeways and highways throughout Seoul. And then they realized it was just causing more congestion and pollution. So they knocked out the highways and created all these like
natural
like trails along the river. So that's really pretty progressive and forward thinking.
Yeah, and apparently also lowered the overall temperature of Seoul.
Yeah, nice.
So there's like other benefits too.
Oh, I just saw in the Korea Herald, they were talking about...
Oh, so cultured. The Korea Herald.
They were talking about an article where they want to retrofit all the delivery motorcycles to make it electric.
Oh, that's good.
And they're hoping that they can do this so that we can bring down the noise pollution and also the air pollution in Seoul.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So I experienced what that's like when I went to Shanghai a couple of times, and it's so nice. All the motorcycles are like quiet, and although you probably have to have some like fake noise so that you don't get ran over by them.
Oh my gosh!
But I like Chongchon Trail, and I like the fact that we have less pollution now because of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess we both got a mark on that. Okay, well, if you all see my bingo card, I obviously have to go to the next one, and hopefully I did this. What is it? Renting a hanbok and taking pictures.
Wait, is it my turn?
Oh, Oh my gosh. Is it your turn?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. I know what Adam wants now. I'm not doing that one.
You're not gonna do that one. Oh no.
I'm gonna do hiking in Korea. Have you hiked in Korea? I have a feeling you have.
For sure.
Oh man.
Tell us about your hiking experience.
Okay. I'm sure I hiked more, but my only memory right now is hiking Hanlasan in Jeju during the summer.
Is that the really popular one that goes way up high?
The main one.
Oh.
Yeah. And we were in like the dead of summer, so it was like super, super hot.
Oh.
And my dad, the way he travels, he likes to just take pictures. Like that's his goal, taking pictures, not really like talking along the way or eating good food. He's just like, let's go take a picture. Okay.
Wait, you didn't get kimbap or anything to take on the trail?
Oh, well, my mom and I were like, we need food, like we need to rest, we want to talk. But for him, it's always about just like the memories are all about the pictures.
Okay.
So I remember we like growing up, sorry, we're going back. But growing up in Pennsylvania, when gas used to be 99 cents a gallon, we did a lot of road trips. So I would be in the car for like 12 hours and they would wake me up and I'm just like, where are we? And he's like, don't worry about it. And then he takes 2 pictures and he's like, okay, we're ready to go. And I'm like, we came 12 hours for 2 pictures. Like, but that's his style. So we were hiking and like my mom and I are like, wow, this is pretty intense. Like it's not an easy hike. And then we hit a point where we started seeing patches of snow on the ground in the summer. Wow. And then it started raining. So there was so much fog and you couldn't see in front of you. And that's when I gave up. So I was like, I'm good. I want to stop here.
Oh, really?
So I didn't make it to the top.
So does that count as hiking? No. You're supposed to reach the summit, Hannah.
I hiked. I walked in nature for 2 hours.
Well, see, that makes me think, because Hannah's pretty active. She's mentioned in previous podcasts that she's part of the volleyball team, part of the soccer team. So I'm surprised that you don't do as much hiking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as enjoyable.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've hiked in Korea. Actually, I'm going to do a shameless plug of my YouTube channel. I'm going to put up on whatever screen you're looking up.
Yeah.
I'm going to tag my Bukhansan trip. So if you are interested in checking out hiking in Korea, check out that video and the link down below. But yeah, I have done Bukhansan twice. Now, Bukhansan, for those of you who don't know, it's the highest peak in the city of Seoul.
Oh.
So you can actually, if anyone saw the movie, that North Korean soldier and the woman.
태극기 휘날리며?
You know the love story between the North Korean guy and then the girl that
Parachute.
got parachute. What's that move? What's that TV series called? Oh my!
사랑의 불시착, but I don't know the English title.
Oh my goodness gracious! We'll put it down below.
현빈 and 손예진, though, right? And then they got married in real life.
Yeah. Anyway, I can't believe something on you.
Crash Landing on You.
Yes. Yeah. Double team. Nice. Yeah. So Crash Landing on You, this mountain Bukhansan, you can actually see it from North Korea. So it's pretty tall.
So it was in the drama? Is that where she gets caught?
I don't know if she was up on Bukhansan, but you can see Bukhansan from North Korea. It's that tall. Oh, okay. But anyway, that was one of the things when we first came to Korea. So that I did. So we came in 2018. So I climbed it back in 2019, and then I climbed it probably 2021. But I've been meaning to do it again because it's so fun. But let me tell you, Koreans love hiking. It's like in their blood. Yeah. And the first time I went, I was literally dumbstruck. I was shocked that all these like Haraboji's and harmonies were climbing, like legit climbing. Yeah. I mean, they got the gear, they've got their climbing sticks. And then we got up to the point where it was like getting harrowing. Like we're talking like if you fall, it could be game over.
Oh, wow.
And I was just shocked because all these older people were doing this and you just would never see it in a more westernized setting. So I realized that Koreans are pretty like hardcore hikers.
And Koreans, there's this term called 장비빨. So it's like if you have really good equipment, you basically will succeed. So that's how they approach hiking. Like they have the best gear. They have like hiking poles, like hiking shoes. Golf too. They deck out and they spend so much money on like really professional things, even though they're amateurs. But that's like a Korean thing.
So the tradition that you do when you go hiking on a mountain is you go and buy kimbap, right? And then after you climb back and descend from the mountain, then you go to like Korean barbecue. And so, it's actually one of the things that you definitely should do if you come to Korea. It's you feel like you're truly Korean if you do it. So it's fun.
Wait,
stuff.
I have a question. How long did Bukhansan take you?
Oh my goodness. Oh, do not go late.
Oh,
you got to go in the morning.
It's like a whole day thing.
Yeah, it's a whole day thing, especially if you want to rest at the top and take pictures, have your kimbap, and you want to, and then that way, by the time you get down, you're able to eat like a late afternoon, like Korean barbecue.
So we're looking at like 3-4 hours, one way.
Well, if you go fast, you could probably do it in 4 hours both ways, but it's going to take like a 6-hour excursion if you don't go fast. Okay. Yeah. And people generally aren't that in shape. So you're going to have to rest and stop and rest.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll do Bukhansan anytime soon.
So wait, is it my turn?
Yes. Your turn.
Okay. So we're supposed to X out the middle square too?
Yes.
The freebie?
Yes.
Freebie. Oh. So it looks like I'm okay. Spending a whole afternoon at a jjimjilbang.
Oh, that's not very advantageous for me.
Okay, so what a jjimjilbang is, if you don't already know, it's basically a Korean spa. Yeah. So jjimjilbang is in Korea. It's like spas on steroids. It's really cool. I actually was kind of like opposed to this whole idea of going to a spa, but after experiencing it in Korea, like I'm a believer.
You're a believer?
Yeah.
You've been converted?
But it's been a hot minute since I've been to one. My wife and I keep on talking about doing it, but it's been like at least 3 years. But yeah, we went to the jjimjilbang, and they have all these different rooms that have like different settings and different like cold rooms, warm rooms, hot rooms. And then inside the gender based rooms where, obviously females and males don't go into the same one, but then they have like several different pools of hot and cold, like saunas. I tried to dip my toe into the hottest one. I literally thought they were trying to boil you alive.
Yeah.
I couldn't even put my toe in. That's how bad it was. And I was like seeing these like older people just doing it. I'm like, what?
I know.
What are they doing? But it's pretty fun. Yeah. Jjimjilbangs.
No.
You got to do a jjimjilbang if you go to Korea.
It's my favorite. My favorite is shike, the rice drink, the sweet rice drink, and then hard boiled eggs.
Of course.
That's
leave it to Hannah to mention the food.
I go there for that.
I didn't even mention the food, but that is cool.
Yeah. And you can legit get full meals at jjimjilbangs, right? Like you can get seaweed soup, you can get like spicy pork.
Yeah.
Whatever your heart desires.
Yeah. My better half, she loves going to the jjimjilbang to like order food and like relax. And
I love it.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I didn't even mention the food because I'm not a foodie, but it's good that you mentioned it.
Yeah.
All right, Hannah. What about you? What's your next square that you want to try?
Oh, okay. My board is not looking that promising, but I'm just gonna go with my first attempt. Okay. Getting on a subway going the opposite direction. I've done that. I did that last week.
What happened? Like, tell us how that happened.
So this is what's confusing about Korean subways is that sometimes they put the final station when you're looking for the next station, right?
That's so bothersome.
Yeah. And so in my mind, I was like, I know the final station. I like take the subway all the time. But I forgot that was the other direction. So I like went on and then it wasn't going the way I wanted. I was like, wait a minute. Did I get on the wrong way?
How many stops did you
Just
realize?
one stop.
Oh,
because I'm really paranoid. So I'm like constantly checking.
Oh.
But yeah. So I had to go the other way.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about the directions. I mean, Seoul And the subway system, if you use Naver or Kakao, it is pretty good. But if you once you get in front of the actual like the station where the doors open and close automatically, it will let you know what's the next one with arrows. But when you're going down into it, it will tell you that sometimes it's the end destination. It can get really confusing. But this actually literally happened 2 days ago on Easter Sunday.
Oh no, that's so recent.
So my wife and I, it was a big, busy weekend for us. And Hannah can attest because she was there all 3 days. We had Good Friday service. We had a big worship workshop. And then we had all day extravaganza on a church on Sunday. So we were exhausted. So we go down into line 3. And for us, the reason why it can get confusing is that we can go either way. So line 3 will take you either to bus terminal or take us to, we can go home either way. So we can go from line 3 to line 7 or line 3 to line 4. So we just will take the one that comes fastest. So we took the one that will take us to line 4, but we were so exhausted that we were sitting and happy that we found a seat because we were exhausted and tired. So we sat down forgetting that we only do one stop. For some reason in our mind, we thought we were already at line 4. So we're sitting there for like 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, Hyojin looks up. She's like, wait.
Where are we?
We went the wrong way. And we were already so tired. We just wanted to get home. It was like a 40-minute excursion on top of the regular.
Oh, that's so...
So it literally happened to us just 2 days ago. Yeah. And so even a veteran that's been here for almost 7 years will make the mistake.
Yeah.
You all will make the mistake. But yeah, at least it's not too big of a deal. But yeah.
But it's like kind of frustrating when you realize you've made a mistake. Yeah.
Especially like 20 minutes later. At least yours is only one.
Yeah.
Okay, is it my turn? Okay, let me see if this applies to me. Oh, okay. So I'm going to do shopping spree. You mentioned...
Bingo!
Guess what? Me too.
Okay, we're still...
But the shopping spree, Hannah put, as you guys can see, beauty products, stationery, or electronics. So yeah, for us in Korea, like shopping is a big thing, especially for foreigners. Because if you come to Korea, unlike if you visit the States as a foreigner, there's tax duty free. So the smaller countries want to promote you purchasing products from them. So there's a lot of things. People will come to Korea literally just to shop.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see people from China who come to Korea, or you'll see different people, and then they'll literally bring suitcases and go shopping. But for me, I went on my first like shopping spree when I moved to Korea. I went to it was more developed at the time because it was before COVID, but I went to the Yongsan electronic area. It's over by iPark off of line 4. Yeah. A little closest Seoul station. And that was when the electronic area behind iPark was pretty big. Unfortunately, it's dwindled, especially since COVID. But I was having like the time of my life looking at all the different electronics things that you can't really find in just one, like in the States, there's like Best Buy, but that's like the only thing. But at Yongsan, you can find all the like little nooks and crannies of just all different like specialty electronic stuff. So yeah, I had a blast. It was fun. Anyway, how about you, Hannah?
For me, it's got to be beauty products and stationery. Yeah, I love Korean stationery. And the ironic thing is I just hoard and I never use them. Because I mean, why would I, like, what would I do with it? Like, I don't need pencils anymore. I don't need pens. I do everything electronically, but, and then my students are too old to like stickers, but I just want to buy them. So I have a ton. I sometimes write letters to people so then I can like take out some stickers and use my pens, but usually it's just to make myself feel happy than to actually use it. Yeah.
You know, over by my exit at Isu Chongchon University Station, we just got an art box.
Love art box.
Yeah, and supposedly my wife was telling one of her students who lives overseas, and she was so jealous that there's an art box right next to us. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? I guess it means a lot to people who like stationary stuff.
Yeah. But it is expensive. It's not like cheap things. So yeah, I gotta watch out for what I buy.
But isn't like the stationery, what's the equivalent in the States? Would it be like Michael's? Or is that, I don't even know what an equivalent, Hallmark?
Like
stores?
Muji? But Muji's not even an American store. Yeah. But that's the closest I could think. Because people like buying Muji stationery too. Back in the States.
Okay. It's more of a thing in, I think, in Asia.
Like Japan is like a leading country. And they have like competitions every year. Like best stationery competitions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't think Korea is to that extent. But Korea has pretty high tech like stationery.
Oh.
Like nice pens and stuff like that.
I never knew. Okay. Well, I guess we both got bingo. I think we're going to go until who gets 2 bingos.
2 lines. Yep.
All right. So it's your turn.
It's my turn.
Pick something good for me, Hannah.
I gotta be strategic. What would Adam not do?
Actually, there's probably a decent amount.
Okay. I'm gonna do visiting a theme cafe. I feel like you haven't done that.
I don't know if I have.
Yeah.
Oh no. All right, tell me your experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to 2 themed cafes, which is not a lot. The first one, I went to Incheon Chinatown. Have you been? It's so nice. Yeah, I had so much fun that day. And then there was like a one-piece cafe where, I don't know, they just had like a ton of reviews. So I didn't think it was a themed cafe. I was just there to try out whatever went viral. And then I found out it's a one-piece themed cafe. So
what do you mean by one piece?
it's like a manga animation.
See, I'm sorry. I don't even know what that. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Like it's like a Japanese animated series.
Oh, so One Piece is actually a name of an animated series?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's been going on for years. Like they still have new episodes, but people have been watching it since they were in elementary school. Like,
oh, wow.
Like they've grown up with it.
Wow.
So it was like a pretty big deal. And that's why there were so many reviews. But I was the same. I was like, I don't know what One Piece is. Like, sounds cool.
The only time I hear One Piece is like One Piece swimsuit. I was like, what is this cafe?
Yeah. So that's how I found myself there.
Oh, okay.
And then last summer, I had a friend who visited, and she's a huge Sanrio fan. Do you know Sanrio? Like Hello Kitty.
I've heard of Hello Kitty.
Okay.
But
that's the universe.
Okay.
Like the Marvel universe, like Sanrio universe.
Oh.
And then there was one in this place in Seoul. And I didn't know it's expected to wait in line. You have to wait in line. There's like
there's literally a line.
Yeah, and you have to like make a reservation or put your name down and wait for 2 hours. So we ended up waiting for a bit. But I mean, it was in a mall, so we could just like go around and see other things. But like theme cafes in Korea are pretty like people are pretty serious about it.
Oh, yeah. So when we first came in 2019, my brother-in-law came to visit us after we moved to Korea. So my wife was really excited to take him to theme cafes. It's a thing in Korea, unlike the States. So they went to a dog cafe. But at the time, I was still grieving my dog, Frankie, R.I.P. I'll show him here on the screen. And the thought of even looking at another dog was like, I was still grieving. Yeah. I mean, he had passed in spring of 2018, and it was like within a year of that. And so I was just like, I can't go see dogs.
Yeah.
So I couldn't go with them. And then a few years ago, they went to a raccoon themed cafe.
Yeah, which is so random.
And I'm like, I think of raccoons as like dirty animals, but I guess they're like, once they're domesticated, they're pretty clean, like chill and friendly. But yeah, so both of those times that I could have gone to a themed cafe, I chose not to.
Yeah. So, I know raccoons in the States, they're pets, right? Like
they'll get into your garbage,
trash.
They'll get into your garage.
But here, like people want to take pictures and like cuddle the raccoons, and I'm just like, it's crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But I wanna say one thing about the Incheon Chinatown.
Yeah.
We will go there. My wife and I will go there usually once a year simply to eat.
Oh, take me with you.
So yes, there is this place that's, I guess it's pretty popular. It's like several floors high. It's like on the top of the hill of Incheon, Chinatown. And they serve the most amazing jjajangmyeon.
Is it white?
Haeyeon jjajangmyeon.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Yeah, 백짜장. Yeah.
So I'm not a foodie. So when I first saw jjajangmyeon, when I was way back in the old days in the 90s, I was like, oh my gosh, no, thank you. Because it was like black and
dark,
I was just like, I just couldn't get over the color.
Yeah.
Right? So I never tried it because I'm not a foodie. And then my wife was like, you might actually try jjajangmyeon. Like, let me order it for you and tell me what you think. And it was a different color. And I'm like, oh, this looks safe. You know? And I tried it and it's like, for some reason they put a bunch of onions in it, but it makes it really sweet flavored and it's light.
Yeah.
And at least once a year we will go there just to eat the Haeyeon jjajangmyeon.
Yeah.
So it makes me want to go now. Anyway, I digress. That was oh man, I don't get to mark off the cafe. Oh, now I have to be strategic and I have to think about what you haven't done. Let's see. I don't know. I'll take my chances on this one.
Okay.
Renting a hanbok and taking pictures.
Yep.
No, you did it. Oh man. Well, I guess I'll share my first one. So back in 2008, my wife and I, a year after we got married, we took both of our moms to Korea. And my mom is, she's a Caucasian woman. And so actually she'd been to Korea in the 80s, but without me. But we took our moms to Korea and little did I know all the plans that Hyojin was wanting to do. I'm not one who likes to dress up. I don't even like going to shopping centers to try on clothes. You're gonna start seeing the same shirts rotating on our podcast because I have a limited amount of shirts. So I had to like dig deep for this Michigan shirt. But I don't even like trying on clothes. And my wife with our moms, I can't complain to the wife when we got the moms with us. She's like, oh, we're gonna go see this palace. I'm like, okay, we'll see a palace. And then we get there, she's like, oh, we're renting hanboks. And I'm like, what?
Is this in Seoul?
And it's summertime and it's humid.
It's so hot.
Right? Yeah. And I'm like, babe, what are we doing? She's like, you can't complain because the moms are here. And I was like, no. So I had to walk around with a hanbok on and I was dying. But yes, I unfortunately got to experience that.
Did you not secretly feel bonita?
No. I was not having fun.
No.
But yeah, nevertheless.
Okay, but happy wife. Happy life.
Correct. Hannah already has that mantra for her future that she'll be mentioning.
You better know, future husband.
All right. So that was mine. What about you, Hannah?
This is my like guilty pleasure because
really
usually like younger students or like tourists do this, right? Like an average local person would not do this for fun.
Very true.
Yeah. So I secretly love it when my friends come and they're like, we want to do this because I love dressing up with hanbok. And like hanboks are expensive if you try buying it on your own because they're really made out of good quality fabric and all of that. But you get to try different types. But the most recent one I did, that's not really recent, but like 5 years ago, I had a chance to come out to Korea in February, like during my February break. And my friend was like, do you want to meet up with me in Gyeongju? Gyeongju's like the historical...
With the mounds.
Yeah. And because she lived in Daegu and like we wanted to find a middle location. So I was like, yeah, sure. So we went there, we wore hanbok. And then because it was winter, you can layer up so you're not cold.
It's not as bad. Actually, I would maybe consider that, but anyway.
Yeah, and then we went to a studio, a photo studio, and we like actually got really professional like photos done.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have enjoyed that.
And I still have it. I brought it.
Really?
I brought it back with me, and it like brings back my memories. So I had fun.
So a little low key hack on the renting hanbok thing. At least in the main palace at the city center, if you rent a hanbok, you can get in for free.
Oh, nice.
Right? You knew this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we took our friends 3 weeks ago who were visiting from Hawaii to the palace. And yeah, I saw so many foreigners with hanboks, but then all the Koreans were not wearing any.
Oh, Hyojin didn't make you wear it again?
No, I got there late. We were meeting them, so I got there late. So I was just waiting for them outside the palace, and I was like, "Oh, babe, sorry, I got there late. I was doing stuff. I couldn't make it to
doing stuff.
I'm a busy person, but
That's so funny.
Okay, so we both got that. Oh man. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Hannah, your turn.
Eating scallion pancakes on a rainy day. And that's second bingo for me.
What?
Yay!
What? Okay, so you guys all see my bingo card because I'm going to put it up on the screen. I'm nowhere near. Well, I actually have two more to get another bingo.
Oh, 2 more.
And I actually qualified for both of them.
Oh.
But okay, so you ate
I win
scallion pancakes. So tell us about it.
So this is one of the fond memories I have growing up with Korean food. Because remember, I shared like growing up in Pennsylvania, I was a little embarrassed with like traditional stuff or like Korean things. But I remember whenever it would rain and my mom was free, she would get out all the newspapers and she would start frying scallion pancakes and she put it on the newspapers. Now thinking back, that's like not really sanitary, but that's how they like got grease out of the pancakes.
Yeah.
And I just remember like it being so, I don't know, like I just felt so at peace. In that moment.
With the rain on top of it?
With the rain outside and we're like,
is that
nice
like a
warm
thing? If it's raining, like,
yeah,
I didn't know this.
it's like a traditional thing in Korea.
When it rains.
When it rains, you eat
So
scallion pancakes.
it's raining like crazy today.
We should have.
So we should have eaten scallion pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't know there was a correlation between rain and scallion pancakes.
I heard it's because rain sounds like the sizzling of like in the pan, like the oil sizzling. So it's like reminiscent, and so you like take out ingredients, and then you have to have makgeolli, like rice wine, with it. But I was too young for that, so I just enjoyed the pancakes.
Okay, cool. I don't think I've eaten pancakes on a rainy day, so I wouldn't have gotten that square. But yeah, it looks like you dominated on that game.
What were the 2 that you needed?
I needed Han River Picnic.
Oh,
So we've been here for 7 years and we didn't do our first Han River Picnic until last year, much to my wife's chagrin.
with me? With the church?
We did. That was our second time.
Oh.
The first time was we had a friend visiting from the States that was my wife's like high school friend. And I'd been promising her that we're going to have a picnic at the Han River.
Oh.
And it took 6 years for us to finally do it. We rented like a tent.
Oh, nice.
And then we had food delivered.
Yeah.
And
it's nice.
I was like, you know what? This is low key pretty fun. Yeah. And that's the beauty. Like in the States, you have to get all your picnic gear. You got to put it in your car. You got to like do all. But in Korea, everything's so convenient. You can rent it for really cheap.
Yeah.
And then you can have food delivered. It's
just nice.
It's really nice.
But there are a lot of people. There's more people than anything else.
Yeah,
grass or like trees.
You gotta like for us because we went on a weekdays. But the time that you went with me
on a Saturday
with a bunch of other people, it was pretty
really
busy.
crowded.
Yeah. But that day we saw like random fireworks. Do you remember that?
We did.
I don't even know what the occasion was, but it was just like we're like, what's
we were
going
eating,
on?
And then suddenly Adam's like, I need to film this, and then he starts filming.
Yeah, I actually put that in the YouTube video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then eating live squid was the other one I needed. And I think if you do come to Korea or live octopus, live squid, any of the like moving, like if it's actually still moving around.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful. You have to make sure you chew it well because supposedly the suctions can stick to your throat. And that could be kind of an issue.
Choke.
Yeah. So if you come to Korea, do it, but just make sure you chew it well.
Be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was fun.
Yeah. Glad you had fun.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
Well done. So before we close out and say goodbye, I thought we would just end with 2 overarching questions. In line of the what would you want to do in Korea, like top 20 things. So I thought, what was one of our favorite things that we've done in Korea since we've been here? And then what is the least favorite thing that you've done? So since I thought of the question, I will start with my favorite thing. So I always mention that I'm not a foodie. I don't really think about food. I like to just take a pill once a week and sustain me. But we went to Jeju the first time. This was back 7 years ago. And it was before we actually moved to Korea. We did a test trip in the spring of 2018. We went down to Jeju, Jeju-do, which is the island south of Korea. It's like the Hawaii of Korea. And I guess something is really well known there. Well, a few things like gyul, or how do you pronounce that? The little tangent.
Gyul.
Gyul. Yeah, gyul. That's really known there, but also black pork.
흑돼지.
Yeah. So we went, I might show a video of it while I'm talking because I have a video of it. We went to this like black pork restaurant. I'm not thinking anything, I have no expectation. I'm like, okay, it's pork barbecue. We'll just eat it. And I have to say, I still remember that restaurant and I still remember like how surprisingly amazed I was. Because I'm not a foodie, but I was like, wow, this black pork this is like the real deal. This is something you should do if you come to Korea.
Yeah.
If you guys ever get the chance to go to Korea and have a little bit extended time, fly down to Jeju-do. It's pretty cool. Yeah. To eat the black pork. Oh, on a side note, my wife and I, this is on our bucket list. You can take a ferry from Incheon to Jeju-do.
Oh.
And it's like overnight. And like you can like stay in and sleep there on the ferry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ferry, that's something we wanted to do. But anyway, yeah, black pork, try it out. It's pretty amazing. So I'd say that was like probably my most unexpected, enjoyable time.
Oh, okay.
How about you?
Nice. I'm surprised that yours is about food.
I know, me too.
I thought it'd be hiking or something.
Yeah.
Something active. My favorite thing is Korean rest stops.
Oh,
I think that's like
재밌어.
it's like a hidden amusement park or something.
Totally.
Yeah, that people don't really know about, but there's like Korean rest stop only foods that you can only get there, and like I don't know, it's really fun.
Yeah,
there's like a lot of things there. They're entertaining. Because
at least for the rest stops I experienced in the States, there's a restroom and maybe a vending machine tops, and that's not a very safe place to go, especially at nighttime. You don't want to go to the restroom at rest stops.
No,
you want to stop by at like a McDonald's or something on the freeway or interstate or highway, whatever you guys all call it. But rest stops are kind of scary in the States. But when I heard about this thing about rest stops in Korea, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So it's a rest stop.
Okay. It's a different experience.
Yeah. So if you are in Korea, drive outside of Seoul and you'll see the rest stops. It's pretty cool.
They're really cool. Okay. What about the Converse? An experience you didn't really enjoy?
I might have to cheat on this one and talk about the one I mentioned in the bingo game. I really dislike the hanbok experience.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Maybe if it was wintertime and I actually wanted the extra layers because I get cold in the wintertime. I actually layer up a lot. So maybe that wouldn't have been such a bad experience. We went literally in July.
Oh, that's not. Yeah.
And we're
hot and humid.
And I was already hot. And she's like, put on this hot hanbok. And I'm like, what? Yeah. So that was not fun.
I see.
So I cheated a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you, Hannah?
Mine is, it's kind of sad because it used to be one of my favorite places to visit, like back when I was in college. But 광장시장,
Okay.
Like
is
the
it
street market.
Yeah. Is it gotten like commercialized or something?
Yeah, it's gotten because it was started on Netflix or something. Like Street Food Asia. There's like some show and this lady who makes hand pulled noodles or something, she was really famous. And now everyone wants to go to Gwangjang-Sijang. It's like a part of the tourist thing, which is great, right? For them.
Yeah,
like,
for the vendors.
Yeah, they need that kind of attention.
Yeah.
But for people who like were kind of locals, like my grandma lives like 10 minutes away from there. So I would just like go by and like pick up a snack or something. I can't do that anymore. Like there's lines. It's also really, really expensive. And I don't know if it's like still good quality anymore. Because like you can't keep the prices from like 10 years ago, right? You have to with inflation and everything. So I feel like it's kind of gone down in quality and experience, even though a lot of people want to go visit it.
Yeah. I actually just went there recently, like a month ago with some church people. A few of them were from the States, and my wife wanted to take them before they headed out. And so we went there. Were you with us?
I don't think so.
Oh, anyway, yeah, we went there, and I hadn't been there for a while. And the prices were really surprising, but it was packed. So good for the vendors. I mean, it's great but I live near Xizang, which is like a market where you can buy fresh fruit, fish, meat markets. And I live at an OG one. It's like that no one knows about, so I'm not even going to mention it.
Keep it hidden.
Sorry, local vendors. I love you, and I want to keep you to myself. But yeah, that's true. It's gotten pricey over there. It was a little bit of a sticker shock for sure.
Yeah, and Myeongdong too. I can't even go there anymore. It's so packed. Just chaos.
Yeah. I haven't been to Myeongdong in a long time, but we were there during COVID because we were in Korea during COVID, and it was really sad.
It was a ghost town.
It was a ghost town, and a lot of the storefronts closed down. They didn't have any of the vendors on the streets because of the food situation and sanitary COVID situation.
Yeah.
And my wife and I were just feeling so bad for the vendors, but I haven't been there really since. So I guess it's hopping now. Yeah. But
avoid it.
It's a place that we locals try to avoid.
Yeah. If you're a tourist, please.
Yeah, if you're a
come.
tourist, support our country.
And it's fun. It's fun for tourists.
It is. It's very sights and sounds
and shopping. Like everything's there in a centralized location. But for locals, like there's other places we could go.
True.
Yeah.
But there is an advantage to like that big market that you don't like to go to anymore that my wife mentioned. And she's like, they got the live squid.
Yeah.
But she was impressed. It was a little costly, but she was like, it was really fresh. And her theory was because they have such a turnaround of customers. There's so many people that they have to.
Fresh.
It has to be fresh. And she's like that was one benefit. Is that
the silver lining?
Yeah, the silver lining. Like, the food's fresh because they're serving so much food throughout the day.
Yeah.
Go
Korea tourism.
Yes. We promote all those places if you want to visit Korea. You got to do it. I mean, seriously, you have to do it. Because all these things on this bingo thing, you all should do. Because it's if you come to Korea, you got to do those things.
Yeah.
But we didn't even get to mention everything. But our podcast is getting a little bit long. But if you've gotten this far, we really thank you for it. This was a podcast full of levity. We didn't have to talk about anything serious or heartbreaking. But we'll dig into some topics about, other things that may not be as, fun, but things that I think is important for third culture people.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you for episode 5 for you guys supporting us. It's so fun to see our numbers growing, and it's fun to engage with all of you. And just please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. As you can see, we've got 5 different podcast platforms that you can listen to, but you're going to get the best experience on YouTube. But if you're driving, or if you're just commuting, you want to listen to it audibly, you got all the main podcast platforms. In the meantime, you all, thank you so much. God bless.
Bye.
Peace.